Not a bad look this morning as the sun starts to rise across the area. Temperatures are cold. Many of us touched freezing. Today is March 27th. We've got wrapping up the end of the month here, headed into Easter, and it looks like we've got the possibility of seeing the potential for some. Looking at some rain chances picking up just after Easter, maybe on Easter, but I think it's trending towards Monday. There's also a weak system cruising through today. It's not really a big one, but I'll show you it anyway. So the big weather setup that we're looking at here is we had all of the cold weather, everything over the last 24, 48 hours. Now we're on the upswing. Temperatures will start increasing. Clouds are going to increase just a little bit today. I'll show you that weak system moving in. And then they keep climbing all the way to Sunday. Guys, most of us will be near 80 degrees by the time the weekend gets here, which is wild, right? And then Monday is when a cold front presses in. It's that classic setup with the warm air moving in first, the cold air behind it. That's a typical severe weather setup and something you would expect to find in late April or early May. Again, Monday of next week is where we're watching it around April 1st, not an April Fool's joke, somewhere around April 1 or April 2. I always hate April Fool's jokes. Aren't they kind of cheesy? I'm a cheesy person. Here's what it looks like out there now. These are our current temperatures. It's 27 in Rogers, 29 in Bentonville, 28 in Fayetteville. You can see how much colder it is compared to the last few nights. Not everybody fell below freezing, though. We're pretty doggone close to it, though, in Fort Smith. We're 35. Poto, we're freezing at 32. We're also freezing over in Mena at 28 degrees. Russellville freezing at 32. So generally, temperatures held were most of us thought they would hold somewhere around the upper 20s and low 30s across the region. So it wasn't a freeze that took us into the mid 20s or anything like that, but it's certainly one of a freeze that was enough to kill some sensitive vegetation if you didn't have it taken inside. This is the satellite view here. I'm going to zoom on out a little bit. You can see some of these clouds that are moving in. We have some clouds out west. See the cluster of clouds near Oklahoma City. There's this little weak system in the atmosphere today that ripples through. So there's going to be a period of time where clouds increase and then they decrease afterwards. But when they increase, they're going to be there'll be at least a small chance of a stray shower. I think it's mostly in eastern Oklahoma, but anyway, just wanted to bring you aware of that. In fact, that's what I was planning on doing with this next graphic, was showing you how this plays out, not only for today but also for next week, to give you an idea and a feel for how things are going to go. So this is I say the jet stream, looks like the jet stream map. This is a 500 millibar chart. So the atmosphere at the bottom is 1,000 millibars ish. At the top is 300 or 200, depending on what season you're in. And right in the middle is 500. So 500 millibars is where meteorologists will look for these systems. We call it the level of non-divergence. It's the middle point of the atmosphere. It tells us what's going on and what's headed our way. So what I'm looking for here when I look at this stuff is going to be ripples that start moving in. So I'm going to step this through time just a little bit here. Do you guys see this little ripple right here? See what I mean? It is not one at all, but it even generates the global forecast solution actually generates a spotty shower or two in eastern Oklahoma with this. The time on that would be later on today, closer to this evening. But still, something to keep an eye on. All right, so that starts moving out. That little ripple moves out. Our next big one, and these frames are going to have to load here for a second. I got a bunch of programs running this morning. It's this one here, this little trough right there that moves through. This one I do think it has the potential to be strong to severe. This is actually by next Wednesday. I'm back up just a little further, and you can see as it starts to approach, it's this large trough that's out west on the west coast that starts making its way east into the Central Plains, eventually causing us those showers and thunderstorms breaking out ahead of it on Monday night into Tuesday. So those are really the next two systems to watch. The one this evening is kind of a blah. I mean, there's not much to it. It's just an increase in clouds and stray shower or two. The big one though is going to be on Monday into Tuesday of next week. I think we probably get a squall line out of it right now. It's too soon to know exactly whether or not we'll get supercells developing ahead of it. But do keep your eye on Monday of next week because it does look like those severe weather chances pick back up. Other than that, dress warm today. I went ahead and went with the sweater. I mean, why not? I was cold yesterday. I'm ready for some warmer temperatures, mostly so I don't have to get all my winter clothes back out. I should have known better. This is Arkansas. It is what it is. All right, I'll see you guys back tomorrow morning. Temperatures are going to be warmer today, but enjoy this nice warming trend until those storms get here early next week.